You weren't born in a war zone. You were born in Phoenix, Arizona. 2003. Your father was an electrician. Your mother worked at Target. Instead of toy soldiers, you got an Xbox and dreams of being a YouTuber. The smell of fresh-cut grass and chlorine from the neighbor's pool. That was your childhood. Sweet, boring, safe. 2021. You're 18, community college, business degree because you don't know what else to do. Part-time job at Best Buy, $15 an hour. You live with your parents because rent in Phoenix is $1,400 for a studio. You can't afford that. Your routine. Wake up at 7 a.m. Scroll TikTok. Class at 9 a.m. You sleep through half of them. Work from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sell laptops to people who don't need them. Drive home in your 2015 Honda Civic. 187,000 miles. Check engine light has been on for 8 months. You tell yourself you'll fix it next month. Your girlfriend is Sarah. Met her in Economics 101. She wants to be a nurse. You think you love her? You're not sure. She talks about marriage. You nod and change the subject. Your best friend is Marcus. Known him since middle school. He works at his dad's auto shop. Talks about joining the army for the sign-on bonus. $40,000. You laugh. Bro, nobody's going to war. That's boomer shit. 2024, you're 21. The news you usually ignore starts bleeding into everything. Russia and NATO, China and Taiwan, India and Pakistan, Iran and Saudi Arabia. The adults at Best Buy whisper about World War III. You roll your eyes. Fear-mongering. Clickbait. The world has always been fucked up. Oil prices double. Gas is $8 per gallon. Your Honda Civic costs $95 to fill up. You start picking up extra shifts. Sarah's college debt is $67,000. She cries about it sometimes. You hold her and say nothing because what can you say? Inflation hits 18%. Eggs are $9 a dozen. Your parents talk about selling the house. Your dad's hours get cut. Your mom picks up a second job at Walmart. You see her less. When you do see her, she looks older, tired, hollow. December 15th, 2024. You're scrolling Instagram. A video autoplays. Nuclear explosion test. Russian military parade. Chinese warships. You scroll past it. Influencer doing a dance. Funny cat video. You double tap. You forget the bombs. February 3rd, 2025, 6:47 a.m. You're asleep. Your phone explodes with notifications. Emergency alert system. Your phone screams, you grab it. Ballistic missile threat inbound to Guam. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. You sit up, heart pounding. You check Twitter. It's real. North Korea launched. U.S. bases in the Pacific are hit. Thousands dead. The president is on TV. Emergency address. You watch on your phone. As of 0600 hours Eastern Time, the United States is in a state of war. Your hands shake. Sarah calls. She's crying. What do we do? You don't know. You tell her you love her. You're not sure if it's true, but it feels like the right thing to say. February 7th, 2025. The draft. Selective Service sends the notice. Males aged 18 to 26. Mandatory conscription. Report within 72 hours or face federal charges. 10 years in prison. Marcus gets his notice same day. He calls. Guess we're doing this, huh? You laugh. It sounds wrong. Hollow. Scared. You tell Sarah that night. She cries. We were supposed to get married. You nod. You never actually proposed, but you don't correct her. You hold her. She smells like vanilla and fear. Your last night at home. Your mom makes pot roast. Your favorite. Nobody eats much. Your dad shakes your hand. Be smart. Come home. Your mom can't look at you. She just cries into a dish towel. You try to sleep. You can't. You stare at the ceiling. You think about all the things you never did. Never traveled. Never wrote that novel. Never told Sarah the truth. That you weren't sure about forever. Fort Benning, Georgia. February 11th, 2025. You step off the bus at 0300 hours. A drill sergeant is screaming before your feet hit the ground. Move, move, move. You are nothing. You are maggots. You are going to die if you don't listen to me. You're not special here. You're roster number 847. They shave your head, strip your identity. You stand in line in your underwear. Other men, boys really. Some are 18, some are 26. All look terrified. Your drill sergeant is Staff Sergeant Ramos, 5 feet 8 inches, built like a concrete block. Iraq veteran, Afghanistan veteran. He's seen things. You can tell by his eyes. Dead on the inside, but still functioning. A machine. Most of you will die, he says on day 1. Some of you will come home broken. A few of you might make it out okay, but none of you will be the same. Except that now. Your bunkmates? Tyler, 19, from Montana. Wanted to be a forest ranger. Tattoo of a bear on his shoulder. Deshaun, 23, from Detroit. Has a kid. 2-year-old daughter. Her picture is taped above his bunk. Liam, 18, from Boston. Gamer. Talks about Call of Duty like it's real. I've done this 1,000 times, bro. You want to punch him? Training is hell. You wake at 04:30, run 5 miles. You weigh 178 pounds on day 1. By week 8, you're 162 pounds. Pure muscle, no fat. Your body is a weapon now. You learn to shoot. M4 carbine. 5.56 by 45 millimeters NATO rounds. Effective range, 500 meters. Rate of fire, 700 to 950 rounds per minute. You learn to disassemble it blindfolded, 47 seconds. If you can't do it in under 60, you run until you vomit. You learn to kill, bayonet drills, hand-to-hand combat, pressure points, how to break a neck. Ramos makes you practice on dummies, but he's clear. When you do this for real, they scream, they beg, they shit themselves. You do it anyway. Week 12. Live fire exercise. You shoot at targets shaped like humans. Cardboard cutouts. Some have faces printed on them. Women, children. Ramos yells, "Shoot! Hesitation gets you killed!" You pull the trigger. The target drops. You feel nothing. That scares you more than anything. April 30th, 2025. Graduation day. You're a private first class now. PFC. Pay grade E3. Your family doesn't come to the ceremony. Too expensive. Too far. You understand. Sarah sends a text. I'm proud of you. You don't respond. Your orders. 3rd Infantry Division. 1st Battalion. 15th Infantry Regiment. Deployment. Eastern Europe. Poland. The front lines. The enemy. Russian Federation forces backed by China, Iran, North Korea. It's World War III, but nobody calls it that officially. It's the Eastern European conflict. Bureaucracy even in death. You get 48 hours leave before deployment. You fly home. Phoenix feels fake, like a movie set. People are shopping at Target, drinking Starbucks, laughing. Don't they know the world is ending? Sarah meets you at your parents' house. She's different, thinner, sadder. You have sex. It's desperate, mechanical. Afterwards she cries, "Please don't die." You promise you won't. You're lying. You both know it. Your last call home is at the airport. Your mom answers. "I love you," she says. You say it back. Your dad gets on the phone. "Shoot first," he says, then hangs up. That's the last thing he ever says to you. May 15th, 2025. Forward Operating Base. Viper. 47 kilometers from the Russian border. Poland. It's not what you expected. No trenches, no barbed wire. Just modular buildings, sandbags, and mud. So much fucking mud. Your squad. Sergeant First Class Kowalski. 34, from Chicago. 3rd deployment. Has a wife and 3 kids. Shows you pictures. This is what you fight for, he says. You nod, but you're fighting because you have to, not because you want to. Corporal Jennifer Hayes. 27, from North Carolina. Medic. Saved 6 men in Syria. Has a Purple Heart. Doesn't talk about it. Specialist Marcus. Yes, you're Marcus. Same unit by pure chance. You hug when you see him. First time in your life you've hugged another man and meant it. PFC Deshaun. From your training. He made it too. Tyler didn't. Pneumonia in week 10. Medically discharged. You envy him. Private Chen. 19. From San Francisco. Drone operator. Controls loitering munitions from a laptop. kills people from 50 kilometers away, never sees the bodies. First night, artillery in the distance, a low rumble, like thunder that doesn't stop. Kowalski says, "Get used to it. That's your lullaby now." You don't sleep. You stare at the ceiling of your tent, metal roof, thin fabric walls. You hear everything. Snoring, crying, someone jerking off, someone praying in Spanish. You close your eyes and try to remember what Sarah's face looks like. You can't. May 22nd, 2025, 03:47 hours, near the village of Bielsk. Your squad is on patrol. Reconnaissance. Eyes and ears, Kowalski says. We're not here to fight, just observe. The town is dead. Buildings bombed out. Walls collapsed. A church with no roof. Crosses still standing. You see a child's bicycle, pink, frozen in the rubble. You look away. Contact 0411 hours. Gunfire. A K-47's. The sound is unmistakable. Crack, crack, crack. Then the whistle. RPG. It hits 10 meters to your left. Explosion. Dirt in your mouth. Ears ringing. You can't hear? Can't think. Kowalski screams. You can't hear him, but you see his mouth moving. He's pointing. You look. 4 men. Russian uniforms. 200 meters. Moving toward you. You raise your M4. Hands shaking. You've trained for this. Thousands of rounds on the range. But this is different. They're real. They have faces. They're scared too. Kowalski fires first. One drops. The others scatter. Return fire. Bullets snap past your head. That sound, like a whip crack. You realize they're trying to kill you. You pull the trigger. 3-round burst. You miss. Fire again. Again. The rifle kicks. Smell of gunpowder. You don't know if you hit anyone. Everything is chaos. Smoke. Screaming. Chen is on the radio. Contact. Contact. Grid Echo 79 Then silence. The Russians retreat. Or die. You're not sure. Kowalski does a head count. Everyone's alive. But Deshawn is hit. Shrapnel in his leg. Hayes works on him. Blood everywhere. So much blood. He's screaming. My daughter! I gotta see my daughter. You throw up. Behind a wall. Quietly. You don't want anyone to see. But Marcus sees. He doesn't say anything. Just hands you his water bottle. You rinse your mouth. Spit. The taste of copper and bile. That night you can't eat. Can't sleep. You keep seeing the Russian soldier you shot at. Did you kill him? You don't know. You hope not. You hope so. You don't know what you hope. June 14th, 2025. Operation Iron Curtain. Objective? Retake the city of Bialystok. Population before the war, 297,000. Population now, unknown. Mostly rubble and ghosts. Your unit is assigned to clear Block 7, apartment buildings. 4 stories. Intel says Russian infantry is dug in. 40 to 60 combatants, maybe civilians, maybe not. Building to building, room to room. This is where soldiers die. Close quarters. No room for mistakes. You stack up at the door. Kowalski first, then you, then Marcus. Hayes in the back. Breaching charge. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Door explodes. Flash grenade, bang. White light, you're inside. Sweep left, muscle memory, M4 up, finger on trigger, room empty, kitchen, plates still on the table, moldy food, smells like death. Next room, hallway, movement. You turn. Russian soldier, 5 meters. He's raising his rifle. Time slows. You fire, center mass. He drops. You keep moving, can't stop, and you die. 3rd floor, contact, heavy fire, machine gun, PKM. 7.62 by 54 millimeters rounds. They punch through walls. Chen is hit, shoulder. He's down. Hayes drags him to cover. You and Marcus lay suppressing fire. 200 rounds. 300. Your barrel is glowing. Kowalski throws a grenade. Fragment M67. Kills everything in a 15-meter radius. Explosion, screaming, then quiet. You clear the room. 3 bodies. Russian. Young. Maybe 20. One is still moving, chest wound, bubbling. Sucking chest wound. He's drowning in his own blood. He looks at you. Blue eyes. Same color as yours. He says something in Russian. You don't understand. Hayes moves to help him. Kowalski stops her. Save your supplies, he's done. You watch him die. Takes 4 minutes. Feels like hours. His eyes stay open. You close them. You don't know why. July 8th, 2025. Routine patrol. You've done this 40 times. It's supposed to be safe. Rear area. 15 kilometers from the front. Just checking supply lines. IED. Improvised explosive device. Buried in the road. Remote detonated. 50 pounds of explosives. Homemade. Crude. Effective. The blast hits the lead vehicle. MRAP. Mine-resistant ambush protected. Supposed to withstand IEDs. This one doesn't. It flips. Burns. Marcus is in that vehicle. You run toward it. Kowalski tackles you. It's gone. He's gone. You fight him, screaming, "Marcus, Marcus!" No answer. Just flames, black smoke, the smell of burning rubber and meat. They pull 3 bodies out, burnt, unrecognizable. DNA tests later confirm. PFC Marcus Henderson, KIA killed in action, 23 years old. He died instantly. That's what they tell you. You don't believe them. You hope it's true. His daughter is 3 now. Someone has to tell her. You volunteer. They say no. Family notification teams handle that. You insist. They refuse. You'll never meet her. You'll never tell her that her father died 15 kilometers from safety, doing a routine patrol that didn't matter. You don't cry at the memorial. You can't. Something inside you is broken. Sergeant Kowalski gives the eulogy. Marcus was a good soldier, a good man, a good father. You tune out. You stare at the boots. Rifle, helmet, dog tags. That's all that's left. That night you write a letter to Marcus's daughter. You'll never send it, but you write it anyway. Your father was brave. He was funny. He saved my life in training when I almost quit. He talked about you every day. He loved you more than anything. You fold the letter. Put it in your pocket. Carry it for the next 18 months. It's still there when the war ends. Days blur. Wake at 0500. Patrol. Guard duty. Patrol. Sleep. Repeat. You stop counting days. Time is measured in missions now. 73 missions. 74, 75 MREs. Meals ready to eat. Menu 3. Chicken chunks. You've eaten it 200 times. Tastes like cardboard and regret. 1,200 calories. Chemical heat packs. You eat it cold half the time. Too tired to care. Sleep deprivation. You average 3 to 4 hours per night. You hallucinate. See movement that isn't there. Hear Marcus's voice. You know it's not real. Doesn't matter. It feels real. Letters from home. Sarah writes every week at first. Then every 2 weeks. Then once a month. Her last letter. I met someone. I'm sorry. I can't wait anymore. You burn the letter. Feel nothing. Your mom sends care packages. Beef jerky. Baby wipes. Socks. Handwritten notes. We pray for you every night. You stopped praying in June. God isn't here. Coping mechanisms. Dark humor. Deshaun jokes about dying. When I get smoked, play WAP at my funeral. You laugh. It's not funny. You laugh anyway. Some guys drink. Bootleg vodka smuggled from Polish locals. $50 a bottle. You try it once. Tastes like paint thinner. Makes you sick. You stick to energy drinks. Rippets. 12 a day. Your heart races even when you're sitting still. This isn't your grandfather's war. This is algorithms and drones and cyber attacks. August 17th, 2025. Communications go dark. Enemy cyber attack. No radio. No GPS. No satellite imagery. You're blind. 6 hours of silence. Kowalski navigates by paper map and compass. Feels like the 1940s. Then power comes back. U.S. Cyber Command retaliated. Wiped out the enemy's electrical grid. 40 million people without power. Civilian casualties. You try not to think about it. Drones everywhere. Loitering munitions. Switchblades. Launched from a tube. Flies for 15 minutes. Finds a target, dives, explodes. Chen controls 3 at once. Kills 5 enemy soldiers before breakfast. He vomits after. Every time. But he does it. Social media from the battlefield. Some guys post on TikTok. Firefights. Explosions, comments. Fake. Staged. Respect. They don't understand. You want to tell them, you don't. They wouldn't believe you anyway. Propaganda. Russian bots flood Twitter. U.S. soldiers are war criminals. NATO started this. Surrender and live. You see it on your phone during downtime. It pisses you off. Then you realize maybe some of it's true. November 2nd, 2025. You hear the rumor before it's confirmed. Tactical nuclear weapon. Used by Russia in Ukraine, 5 kiloton yield. City of Kharkiv. 50,000 dead instantly, radiation for decades. The world holds its breath. Will NATO respond? Will this go full nuclear? You wait. Orders come. Continue mission. Stay alert. That's it. No retaliation, just continue. 3 days later, NATO uses a tactical nuke. Belarus. Military target, 2 kiloton yield. Proportional response, they call it. You call it the end of the world in slow motion. Your unit takes heavy casualties. Reinforcements don't come fast enough. You're down to 60% strength. Kowalski is hit, shrapnel to the abdomen, he's medevaxed, you never see him again? Later you find out he survived. Medically retired. He sends you a message on Facebook in 2027. You don't respond. December 19th, 2025. Mortar attack. You're in a fighting position. Dug in. Sandbags. The whistling sound. Incoming. You dive. Explosion. 20 meters away. Shockwave hits you like a truck. You wake up in a field hospital. Ears ringing. Headache like your skull is cracked. Traumatic brain injury. Mild. That's what the doc says. You'll be fine. You're not fine. Your left hand shakes now. Tremor. Permanent. Nerve damage from the blast. You can still shoot. Barely. But writing is hard. Eating is hard. Jerking off is impossible. You laugh at that. Dark humor. It's all you have. You're sent back to your unit after 72 hours. Fit for duty? You're not. But there's no one to replace you. The draft only goes so far. You stop feeling. Emotions turn off. Survival mechanism? You see a dead civilian. Child, 8 years old, caught in crossfire. You step over the body, keep moving, feel nothing. Later you cry for 2 hours. You don't know why. PTSD symptoms emerge. Hypervigilance. You can't relax. Every sound is a threat. A car backfires in a nearby village. You hit the deck. Your squad laughs. You don't. Moral injury. You witness a war crime. Your side. U.S. soldiers. Execution of prisoners. 3 Russian soldiers. Hands zip-tied. On their knees. Shot in the head. You report it. Nothing happens. Collateral damage to morale if we prosecute. You realize there are no good guys here. You think about desertion. Just walking away. Head to Germany. Claim asylum. Some guys did it. Got 10 years in Leavenworth. You think about it every day. You don't do it. Not because you're brave, because you're too tired to run. January 14th, 2026. You're on guard duty. 0200 hours. Alone. M4 in your hands. Loaded. You think about it. Just for a second. Put the barrel under your chin. Pull the trigger. End it. Your hand moves. Finger on the trigger. Safety off. You're shaking. You're crying. You whisper, "I'm sorry." To who? You don't know. Mom, Sarah, Marcus. God. Yourself. Then you hear something. Footsteps. It's Deshaun. He doesn't say anything. Just sits next to you. Hands you a cigarette. You don't smoke. You take it anyway. You sit in silence for 20 minutes. He saves your life without knowing it. March 7th, 2026. The announcement comes over the radio. Ceasefire, effective immediately. United Nations brokered peace talks. Russia keeps Crimea. NATO stays out of Ukraine. Everybody loses. Everybody claims victory. You're in a foxhole when you hear it. You don't celebrate. You don't cheer. You just sit there. Deshaun says it's over. You nod. It doesn't feel over. It never will be. Final mission. March 12th, 2026. Escort convoy to the Polish border. Hand over territory to UN peacekeepers. You see Russian soldiers across the demarcation line, 100 meters away. They look like you, tired, dirty, broken. One waves. You don't wave back. Your last firefight never comes. The war ends not with a bang, but with paperwork, signatures, handshakes, politicians in suits who never held a rifle. Your unit started with 40 soldiers. 17 came home. 12 dead, 11 wounded and medically discharged. You're one of the 17. You don't feel lucky. Marcus K.I.A. Tyler, medical discharge, Chen, lost an arm, still alive. Kowalski, alive, paralyzed from the waist down. Hayes, alive, quit the Army, works at a VA hospital now. Deshaun, alive, custody battle with his ex, hasn't seen his daughter in 8 months. You make a list. The dead ones, you write their names in a notebook. 23 names. You didn't know all of them well, but you remember their faces. You'll carry that list forever. April 3rd, 2026, you land at Fort Benning, demobilization, turn in your gear, M4 rifle, serial number T473829. You carried it for 11 months. It kept you alive. You hand it to a clerk. He throws it in a bin with 50 others. It meant everything to you. It means nothing to him. Medical evaluation, PTSD screening. On a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious do you feel? You say 5. You're lying. It's a 9. Every day. They give you a pamphlet. Coping with combat stress. You throw it away. Discharge papers. Honorable. You're a veteran now. Benefits? GI Bill. VA healthcare. 10% disability rating for the hand tremor and TBI. $171 per month. That's what your trauma is worth. $171. You fly home. Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Your mom is there. Your dad. They hug you. You don't hug back. You forgot how. Your mom cries. You're so thin. You're 151 pounds. You were 178 when you left. Sarah isn't there. She's engaged. You saw it on Instagram. You don't care. You tell yourself you don't care. You're lying. You move back into your old room. It's exactly the same. High school trophies. Posters of bands you don't listen to anymore. It feels fake. Like a museum of someone else's life. You try to sleep. You can't. Every sound is a threat. The AC unit sounds like incoming mortars. A car door slams. You hit the floor. Your dad finds you. Son, you okay? You lie. Yeah, just tired. Nightmares. Every night. You're back in Bialystok. Marcus is burning. You can't save him. You wake up screaming. Sheets soaked in sweat. Your mom asks if you want to talk to someone. You say no. Finding work. You apply to 47 jobs. 3 call back. What did you do in the Army? They ask. Infantry, you say. So, no real skills? You hang up. You get a job at Home Depot. $16.50 an hour. You help people pick out paint colors. They complain about the price. $32 for a gallon. You think about how a gallon of gas cost $8 during the war. You say nothing. A customer yells at you. This is the wrong shade of blue. You stare at him. You want to grab him, shake him, scream, I watched my best friend burn alive. I killed people. This is fucking paint. You don't. You apologize. Offer a refund. Go to the bathroom and punch the wall. Your hand bleeds. You don't care. 2030. You're 27. You live alone. 1-bedroom apartment. $1,850 a month. You can barely afford it. You work at Home Depot. Assistant manager now. $21 an hour. It's enough. Barely. You go to the VA twice a month. Therapy, group sessions, other vets, some from Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, one from World War III. You don't talk much, you listen. Everyone has the same story. I can't sleep, I can't connect, I'm angry all the time. Medications? Sertraline for depression? Prazosin for nightmares? Clonazepam for anxiety? You take them every day. They help. A little. Not enough. You tried dating? Bumble? Tinder? First date with a girl named Emma. She asks, what do you do for fun? You don't have an answer. You go home after 30 minutes. She doesn't text back. You don't blame her. You see Deshaun once a year. He lives in Texas now. Works construction. He's sober. 18 months. He's trying. You're proud of him. He asks, you good? You lie. Yeah, man. I'm good. He knows you're lying. He doesn't push. You visit the memorial. Phoenix Veterans Memorial Park. A wall with names. Marcus Henderson is there. You trace his name with your finger. Sorry I couldn't save you. You say it every time. He never answers. You're driving home from work. Traffic on the I-10. Bumper to bumper. The car in front of you backfires. Bang! You're back in Bialystok. Gunfire, explosions, blood. You swerve. Nearly hit the median. Horns blare. You pull over. Hands shaking, heart pounding. You're safe. You're in Phoenix. You're 27. The war ended 4 years ago. But part of you is still there. In Poland, in the mud, in the firefight, watching Marcus burn. You go home. Your apartment. You open the closet. In the back, a box, your old gear, helmet, dog tags, the notebook with 23 names, the unsent letter to Marcus's daughter. You read the letter. For the 100th time. You think about sending it. You don't. What would you say? Your dad died for nothing? The war was pointless? Politicians lied and we died? You put the letter back. Close the box. Sit on your couch. Turn on the TV. News. Breaking. Tensions rise in the South China Sea. Experts warn of potential conflict. You turn it off. You've seen this before. The cycle never ends. Young men will die. Old men will profit. And people like you will carry the weight forever.